Welcome summoners, it's time for another episode of League Highlights. It's been a little bit since my last episode. I actually got my hard drive dropped and lost all my project files, so not all of my fancy transitions are going to be here. No problem though. For my first clip, this one was actually sent in by Robophone playing as Nautilus, and he is coming in for a nice little attack onto that Ashe, taking her down quickly with the help of the Corki. They will be turning their attention now to Olaf, but he does escape back to the Nexus, and so they will go ahead and finish off this turret here. Should be a pretty simple job for them if they're able to get out of there quickly, but as everyone comes from the blue team to try and stop this from happening, it looks like the Nautilus now is going to get stunned, and they do turn all of their attention to him, looking like it's going to be very difficult for him to get away at this point, but he has his auto attack, which is able to help him stop the Cassiopeia for just a moment, and they are going to be sticking to him like glue. But lucky for him, he does have that slow, and it helps him get out of there with just over 100 HP after the last attack from the Riven. And now is he going to be able to get away? It looks like one last dash and an ignite is going to go down, and his shield comes up just in time and jukes out using the bush as his cover, and one last slow keeps them down. Will he make it out? It looks like he's getting just close, and he's gonna have to get to that creep quickly, almost getting attacked again by Riven there, and a very clutch slow keeps him from being able to attack him once again. And now with the enemy having chased all the way in, he uses his ultimate to stop Riven from chasing further, and they get several more kills. Corki just barely flashing out and staying alive. Now looks like everybody is up and ready to chase down the enemy team with Kassadin here. He is going to be jumping in quickly onto Alistar, trying to destroy him, and down goes one for the count. Now we'll be turning his attention to this Riven. Can he take that Riven out with that GA? It's going to be quite possible, and if the Udyr can get in there, he will be able to stun them, but it looks like they're actually going to turn their attention to the Olaf, so that's 3 kills and a turret. They were able to waste a lot of blue team's time. That was a great play and escape by that Nautilus altogether. Great job. Next one is actually sent in by the Ezreal Asian Recruits, and so he's going to be showing a little bit of great action that he's playing here. Some nice combos from both the Alistar and their jungle Skarner, but they are not actually able to finish off the kill here and are going to back off a little bit as Ezreal decides to kite. They did have a bush gank from the jungle Cho'Gath, and there is an ultimate almost completely destroying Graves, but making sure that he cannot turn around and join this fight without danger. They are at decent amount of HP, although they are trying to push into the turret here, so he's just going to sit back and do his best to poke using his Qs. Now Skarner does seem to be getting a little bit suspicious here as he has just peeked into the mid lane. Notice that the Kennen was missing, so he stands here in the tri lane, and just to his suspicion, there comes the Kennen. Will get knocked up by the Cho'Gath and going to be in a bad position. Alistar trying to save the day, but now gets stunned on his own, using his own ultimate to try and get away. Still gets stunned again by the Kennen and is taken down by Zinza. Ezreal seeing his opportunity, Arcane shifts in, taking down Cho'Gath, and on the chase for Zinza, still unable to kill him as he just keeps escaping with almost no HP. Kennen unable to actually land his lightning rush onto Asian Recruit, now in a bad position, gonna get taken out completely by one last Q, and now seeing his opportunity with that blue buff, he's able to have just enough mana to jump in there and use his one last attack to finish off that Graves. Now will be running away as fast as possible, and it looks like he does make his escape away from the Sona, having just a little bit extra move speed. Moving into the next clip, this one was actually sent in by the Janna, showing off a nice trick from his ally Anivia. So thanks Wiz for this clip. So Anivia comes flapping around in here with just about no mana at all, has just enough though to use his Q, and actually is able to destroy the Soraka, completely taking out that Oracle's. Good enough kill as it stands, but look as he uses what's left to throw down a wall in the most perfect position whatsoever, and that stops that Udyr from going anywhere for the entire duration, locking him inside the turret and shutting him down completely. That is what you call some skilled Anivia wall. Thanks Wiz for the clip. Our third clip is a really interesting bug that was actually sent in by Urgot, showing off the enemy Rise and how he actually gets an instant kill onto 2 people. Look at that, double kill right away. Notice that he's not extremely fed. It's only 13 minutes into the game. He's the same level as them. So let's break that down and watch it once again. We have both Jax and Akali jumping in here with pretty much full HP, and all he does is throw down one E, and boom, they explode completely. Now, I was talking to some people on my stream, and they said this is actually a bug when a champion dashes, which will cause his E to bounce an infinite number of times if you land it just when they leap. So for the next one, we've actually got a Clipsin in by a Yorick. And this is a really neat trick that he uses to go into the enemy Nexus and do some work. But first, they are going to be in a very heated battle here. You notice they do have the Baron buff, so they are quite ahead of the purple team, trying to shove this in, taking out that inhibitor, doing some really nice work. And it looks like purple is going to make their last stand here as they are getting everybody quite low. Looks like the Shurelias is popped to try and run away. And here comes the flash from Galio, pulling in several people, shutting down the Ashe almost right away, and then cleaning up that Karthus. Luckily, there is a clone being used by the Yorick to help him come back and do a little bit of extra damage to their team, and they are able to run in there and clean things up nicely. Sivir not really doing any damage, just running away as fast as possible, and as she does that, her team is mopped up. Triple kill already for the Yorick, and goes for the Quadra. Now going to be running into the enemy Nexus, onto this champion here, trying to kill her, and actually his minions are tanking every single attack from that Nexus turret, if you notice, and he's able to get the ace with the help of Janna. Unfortunately, not the full pentakill, but that, my friends, is one of the most ridiculous things I've seen in a really long time. Thanks for watching the episode today, and if you guys want to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll be notified when more videos come up. You can also follow me on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll make sure to post up whenever I do actually release these vids. If you'd like to send in your own clips to be featured, send them to Colby@colbycheese.com with the subject replay, and let me know a brief description of what happened. That's all for now. I'll see you next time. This is Colby Cheese. Peace out.